maybe getting stick a new one on. Yeah.
There was one thing I wanted to mention was when we first heard the first demos, the solo was all guitar, and then you decided to split that so that it was the steel lap guitar to then go into like the Gibson. So what was the thought behind the change of that?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I had the discussion with Lee about that, and I kind of, because it sounds old, this song, doesn't it? It's got a very old sound to it, you know. So what you have to do is you have to treat it with a bit of respect, the tune, when you're recording. So like George, who I work with on everything, basically, because George's background is in Abbey Road, and he's done his...
George Schilling.
So like George is a renowned, like world-renowned record producer, but me and him work together on pretty much everything. I've known George since I was 22. Like, we've been friends ever since, you know, and we always work together. And I said to George, what we need to do is make this sound very old. You know, we'll have to record it all. So like the desk that we recorded on in the studio, that used to belong to Radiohead, that Neve desk, that vintage Neve desk. So we used old Newman valve mics. We used all the signal routing through all of the oldest compressors we could find. And then when it came to that guitar solo, what I wanted to do was, I remember having a discussion with you, Lee, and I said, it needs to sound like, you know, like Cream, Sunshine of Your Love, or it needs that old, valvey, you know, proper, sympathetic to the song kind of sound. So originally the demo, it was on an acoustic, but then I thought the mix between, you know, your kind of, that sound that we tried to create, that kind of Cream sound, and then with Chuck's slide guitar, you know, just a little bit cracking at the top end and stuff. I just think it, because they sound similar, but you kind of know that they're different. So it's almost like a schizophrenic solo. It's like in two parts.
The conversation, yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Yeah, you know, it's like the two parts of your brain talking to each other, you know. So I just... It
suddenly made it a conversation, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. But not too dissimilar, so you still know it's the same person.
I like how it's you know, just
rooted in mental illness.
It can't get any scarier or more discordant. You know, the other guitar part comes in, and first it starts with Chuck's solo, slow and creeping, and then all of a sudden it just explodes with something even fucking wackier.